Здравствуй, мой дорогой друг. И мы с тобой продолжаем наше путешествие Divinity Original Sin 2. Как помнишь, мы с тобой остановились на этом моменте в таверне. Я его с некоторой частью по-быстрому обыграл. А сейчас давай посмотрим на него более подробно. Тебе более. Тебе приятного просмотра и отличного настроения. Приступим.
My dear prince, I'm sure this is true. But I believe one of your kin is even more
He holds out his hand. The money vanishes into his hand.
Now, let me ask you this. Upstairs, on the second floor. Her name is Zara.
He gives you a mischievous grin.
Как хочешь, музыкальное сопровождение классное.
A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns.
I'm so glad you've come. Are you here to water my flowers? I've been so lonely since my man went away to fight the coming war. I need someone. Come on over here.
She bats her eye.
What I'm thinking.
She sighs.
Not in the mood for games? Me neither. So what shall we do? Would you like me? All right, darling.
She closes her eyes. She's motionless for a moment, as if listening for music, as she finds the rhythm of the song that only she can hear. But as she sways and moves, and you realize you hear the music too. An old ballad from the Empire. It floods your body with light, at once boiling hot and freezing cold. And then you feel her hands upon you, and you moving to the rhythm of your heart's desire, two beings for a moment. In your ecstasy, you feel the edge of the bed against your leg, and suddenly you realize that you're naked, and so is she. She searches your face for the lie, doesn't find it. The compliment touches her. She takes you into her arms, into her heart, into her very being, and it feels like home. Like your world explodes in You wake into what still seems to be a dream. You blink, and there she, despite a sense of deep belonging, despite the rapture of your bodies so very close together, her only reply is a smile as radiant as 1,000 suns.
Come find me. Come be with...
You reach for her, but there's no one to be touched, and your heart sinks.
Yes, I will find you. I will be with you.
Интересно, а если до конца ей подыгрывать?
Holding your gaze, a shadow of a smile playing on her lips, she reaches for the clasp of her...
Oops. Why don't you pick it up for me, loverkin?
She reaches down, grabs you by the back of your world in bliss.
В этот раз все быстрее.
You blink, despite a sense of deep belonging, despite the rapture of your body, so her only reply is a smile as radiant as 1,000 suns. Her lips part as if to speak.
Come find me.
You reach...
Yes, I will find you. I will be with you.
Да уж, вот с такой бы удачей сейчас все обыскивать. Так, у нас цыпленок пропал. Есть идеи, как это обратно вернуть все. Не получилось.
Taken too early, all hope destroyed.
Ни снова нет. Не здесь он остался. Вроде бы не видно.
Somewhere better than here, maybe.
Ну, это еще что такое?
Looks like this place has seen better days. Much better days.
Oh, there you are. Anything else you want to chat about? Same to you.
Опять этого цыпленка нету. Погиб, что ли, где-то?
Monster! Monster! Poor little Peeper. Poor little... There's only one way. Yes, Papa! Monster! Monster! Poor little Peeper. Poor little... There's only one way. Yes, there's only one, Papa!
Ничего не понял. Куда этот дурацкий пескун делся?
Weep, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent, killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident.
The spirit of a majesty stares dumbly at her translucent.
My ring! Where's my ring?
The spirit pivots her wrist, staring at the fingerless hand, utterly.
I should have been more careful. She hacked at my sword hand first. I couldn't defend myself.
The spirit's lips part, trying, but it doesn't come. She forlornly stares at you, unable to find the words. The spirit looks at you with the smallest flicker of realization.
I was still alive when she started cutting pieces off me. She wanted me to feel it. All of it.
The spirit ponders your question and seems to.
Oh, in many places. I feel...
The spirit inclines her head towards. He gives you his mischievous grin.
I did promise you the experience of a lifetime. Red skin. Are you sure you didn't do anything funny with a wig and a...
The path thus ended, the conclusion of a noble bloodline.
Hello to you. Hello to you.
The title
How
most
are you? Don't answer that, I'm just being polite.
we wander
Good day to you.
seeking signs from the
Только один
gods.
раз можно.
May the seven usher us to paradise against all the odds. You have interrupted my newest masterpiece.
The bard clears his throat and gargles on his own saliva. He then returns to his poem, but his voice cracks mid-verse.
Well, never you mind. Every sonnet I compose is a masterpiece, and my muse has been begging me to write something new. Wait! You might be just the stimulus I needed. I shall craft a rhyme for you and your race. All I ask in return is a handful of coins. It's an offer of a lifetime. Normally I'd argue with you, but you do have a certain look about you. Very well. But if I am to write a first-rate...
He stares at you for a few torturing moments.
Your eyes betray the guilt of the human race. You believe it your right to ravage Rivalon. What say you?
He smiles a crooked smile and runs a hand through his greasy...
Ah, arrogance! That most peculiar of human traits, given your lack of cultural accomplishment. Save the towers you erect in worship of greed. What riches do you seek, human? Indeed, you seem almost fearless in your conviction. But I know better. Stripped of their swords and shields, humans are as fragile as flower petals. Admit your
The bard hems and haws, then bellows his next words to anyone.
To all lovers of verse, I bring glorious news. The bitter march of humans unabated. This world of war and cruelty they created. They shall not stop till all the world's a waste, and signs of all other cultures erased. Of silver, gold, and diamonds now disposed. With friends and lovers find your true repose.
I think the poem's supposed to make...
And tread the
I
proper
think
trail.
the poem's supposed to make me cheer for...
I doubt a reptile could appreciate the beauty of Barstan's gentle melodies.
You have interrupted.
The bard clears...
Wait. You might be just the stimulus I need. Normally I'd ask...
He stares at you.
Let's cut to the chase, lizard. Your kind has built an empire on the backs of slaves, reaping the rewards of the innocent's toil. Do you condemn your kin?
He smiles a crooked smile.
It isn't just slaves that suffer, though, is it? You eternally seek perfection, though offer no room in the creaking empire machine to the sage or the savant. What say you? This superiority complex, this haughtiness, so cold. Others see you for what you truly are. Monsters. Loveless, heartless, ruthless. You know it to be true.
The bard hems and haws.
To all lovers of empire built upon the backs of slaves, does not deserve the faintest breath of praise. Eternally, the servants toil and sweat, yet cannot extricate themselves from debt. No weak links allowed within the chain. No caste will ever tolerate a stain. Abandon love and turn to worthy quests. Infatuation is but pointless jest.
Arguing with Mac is like giving medicine to the dead. He's as stubborn as a corpse and smells the part to boot. No wonder Papa Thrash gives him the stink any time he...
Another sorcerer on the loose. I knew they should have cut off the... I'm telling you, another
An empire built upon the backs of slaves.
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her, where she has 6 glasses in a row. With the nails of 2 fingers, she's pressing red welts into her forearm. She slides one of the drinks towards you, her head bobbling heavily on her neck.
And that. Drink or shut up. Nothing like a glass of...
She slides another glass of ale toward you. It's...
Bottoms up. Ah, it's a sad story about a lover who left me out cold. Name's mind your business. Can you just... Cheers to you, me.
Her gaze swivels around the room.
Damien's dull knife. This place is horrible. Never mind, another.
Ого, как диалогов повылазил.
What do you mean? Ah, fat lot of good that'll do me right. So, to the dwarves. Psh, give me one good reason.
She dumps a heavy arm around your shoulder and pulls you in close.
Look at it. Look at it.
She shows you the two swollen, angry red welts on the underside of her arm.
I know how to make it better. I can fix it, all of it. I'll tell you. There's this woman. I'm not crazy. And if she kisses, she's downstairs. And now I'm different. I don't know how to... I change the right way. And then, you understand how, you know, sometimes you just want to be fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
She looks at you earnestly, her eyes gleaming, the twinkle of the...
I seem good, don't I?
Yet cannot extricate themselves from debt. No weak links allowed within the chain. No caste ever tolerate a stain.
Hey, Rudy.
Abandon love and turn to worthy quests. Infatuation is but
She nods an uninterested...
Here for the fight. This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one? Pity.
She doesn't lift her gaze from her drink. She nods an
Here for the fight. This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually, well, I look forward to beating the shite out of you.
What was in that blasted stew?
A prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag. She pins you with...
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
The soft lines of her face fold into a warm smile. She says,
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. Rare for a lizard, but all the more impressive. You and my nails might even get along. What brings you to Driftwood, darling? But the Magisters are here. They'll protect us. You can rest your hat on. Anyhow, what can I get you? Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. My, but it's been too long since I've seen him. A deviant? But what do you mean? Tell me what you saw.
Prudence takes up a clean glass and starts to polish it with her rag.
Told him the Divine punished him for that nonsense if he kept it up. Told him and told him and told him till he couldn't see straight. I should have told him so hard he'd never get back up.
She turns away from you and continues polishing the glass, eyes darting quickly around.
Nothing. Not for you.
Ну ё-моё.
Yes, that's my boy. A fine physician indeed. That's my boy. Some say all a growing child needs. Oh, but it's so good to meet a friend of Niall's. Here, have a little something to eat. No one in our little town can appreciate work so fine as his, you know. All his instruments and books are stored away upstairs, all but forgotten. It's such a terrible waste. Hang your hat on that. I'd love to show you, but I'm afraid I can't leave the bar unattended. But I suppose, well, there's no harm, is there? You see, here, take this key and head on up the stairs. You'll find Niall's room there. He'd want to know his fine thing.
О, прикольно. Халява.
A primp and in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
The soft lines of...
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. Rare for a lizard, but all the more...
Почему заново диалог начался?
You and my Niles might even get along. They've been... Anyhow, what can I get? We've only got amber ale, I'm afraid. Can't spare the potatoes for hard alcohol. If you'd like something that'll stick to your ribs, I'd flag down Loverick and get yourself a bowl of the house. Coming right up, darling.
Так, она, по идее, должна быть убийцей.
The cook acknowledges you with a small bow, an oddly formal gesture given...
Please, sir, you should not be back here. It's not safe. Cinnamon, not nutmeg. There's a food shortage in these parts. Fresh meat can be... Now, please, I must return to my work.
Она готовит этих, кого убивает.
A ghost? Peddle your...
This ring, it bears the Magister's seal. And there's blood on it.
Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe for you to wander about like this. Sharp knives, boiling liquids, short tempers. Don't underestimate the dangers here. Now, please, I must insist you should speak to Love. Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchen.
The cook dutifully ladles a bowl. The bowl slips from her grasp. Scalding hot stew splashes all over you.
Sincere apologies.
The cook smiles politely.
Another free bowl, perhaps? Well, you can't have any, serpent. You and your kind aren't entitled. Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe.
She grabs the ring and glares at you like a rattlesnake.
You should have just kept out of this.
She gives you a defiant.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death I gave them. I wouldn't taint the earth with their carcasses. Better that they vanish into unsuspecting stomachs.
Офигеть. Она убивает и потом готовит.
The cook shakes her head.
You should have just forgotten about.
Лучше бы ты убежал. Ничего себе, она меня снесла.
Cooking notes. Wait, there's something wrong with this.
Офигеть.
A lifeless elven child is cradled in your arms. Your vision blurs with tears. You to a raised valley below. Tendrils of death fog dissipate, revealing a victorious Divine Order army advancing. The spirit of Wivlia glares at you with... The spirit of Wivlia glares... Same as before, the spirit...
The ring! It was right here, on my finger!
Something shakes the Magister's ghost from her stupor. Her gaze full and brightens.
My ring!
Your words take a long moment to sink in, like they're being translated for the netherworld.
Return it! Home to my brethren!
The spirit smiles at you. If it weren't for the circumstances, it'd be almost...
Come on, can't I go and play with the others?
Да, убийца был не так уж далеко.
No can do, chickadee. You're not
Another one of my magisters is missing. That blasted Higba can't be behind this one. He must be far away from here by now. There's still someone out there. Well, what are you waiting for? Tell me! The reward's whatever I damn well decide it to be. Now clear off unless you know anything useful.
No can do, chickadee. You're not leaving my
What?
side for a while.
The bloody cook? It can't be. Well, why did Higba have that contraband then?
You do know good boy of mine.
That he's still guilty of something. I'm not calling off the manhunt until I have that fiend one way or another. As for this cook, do you have any proof?
The Magister snatches the note.
These names, they're the ones who went missing. And the cook's been reported dead. How did you get this? Never mind, I thought she was another victim.
He shudders in
And to think she was so near to us, to me.
He holds out a pouch of gold. You try to take it, but he doesn't yet relinquish his grasp. With his free hand, he wags...
Keep this ugliness to yourself. I wouldn't want it thought that we meant...
He lets go of the pouch.
Фигня одна.
Come on, can't I go and play with the
Выбираем по принципу дороговизны.
Headquarters hears of my success. Perhaps I'll be promoted. Bellwether, I need those reports, damn it.
Right away.
Так, ну одним квестом меньше.
If they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to risk. Yeah,
Yeah? You're good with the Magisters caging anyone up that looks at them?
Давай теперь посмотрим, что тут интересного.
What do you want, reptile? Huh. I want another beer and a bowl of stew. Which of us is more likely to get what they want, do you think? Guess that makes me a sinner. Perhaps you can help us settle an argument. Thatcher here is one of my dearest friends, but she isn't the...
Thatcher grins hello.
Our mate Boris got posted to Fort Joy for consorting with lizards. And Thatcher here still fancies a turn around the park with Loverick's lizard. I say she'd be sleeping with the enemy. What say you?
They look at you expectantly.
The bell still rings. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
Thatcher looks victorious. Eden looks...
You're as bad as she is. Get lost then.
Eden turns back to her drink. Thatcher smiles.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent
She
to
tips
Fort
you a
Joy.
wink, then turns away.
What do you want, reptile?
You've got a pick who you can trust.
Did you? Tell me, how was it? My friend Thatcher here reckons she'd like to do the same, despite the fact that it could see her posted to Fort Joy. I think she's crazy. What's it? Wipe that look off your face, Thatcher. It's still not worth getting sent to Fort Joy, I'm telling you.
Thatcher shrugs into her beer, unconvinced.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it
She
sent
tips
to
you a
Fort
wink.
Joy. Yeah? What do you want?
Who rings the bell?
Yeah, right. But I'm too busy right now to arrest you, so you can move.
Что ж, мой дорогой друг, пожалуй, давай с тобой будем на этом заканчивать эту серию. Такая длинная получилась, как наша обычная. Но, тем не менее, давай следующий продолжим. Мне все-таки интересно, куда делся песку. Я постараюсь по отснятым видео найти, на каком моменте же он исчез. И продолжим с тобой следующее видео именно с этого. Интриги расследования, как говорится. Тебе спасибо за просмотр, отличное настроение. Увидимся с тобой в следующих сериях. Пока-пока.